everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and we are joined by nobody. I mean, seriously, nobody. We're legally joined by nobody. I wanted to talk with you about your campaigns. You had first nobody for president, now you're doing nobody for governor. Can you explain the method to your madness a little bit?
Well, my madness runs but north-northwest, but when the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. That's Hamlet. Let's see. Well, nobody thought it was a good idea that I should run for governor and for mayor and for president because nobody should do those things. Nobody needs those things to be done, and nobody does them without violating anybody's rights. So nobody thinks that nobody should do them at all. We've in a world where nobody tells the truth, nobody cares about the poor, nobody wants to end wars, nobody wants to end taxation. We should vote for nobody.
So, will nobody make everyone wear a mask?
Nobody has any authority to do that.
So I wanted to ask, because you are running a campaign right now. A lot of people would think it's crazy, but I think it makes a lot more sense than any other campaign I've seen recently. The idea that nobody has a right to rule over other people, restrict their basic freedoms, and tell people what they should or should not pay for. And there is a method there. And you are running against someone named Karen?
Yes, Karen is running against me. And Karen doesn't like the lockdown, but Karen thinks we should all be Christian. And okay, Karen, but I don't want any part of that. Nobody thinks it's a good idea to impose that on everybody. So nobody is going for the universal Christianity, and nobody is going for the universal safety oppression of Sununu.
Well, I have to ask, what does a debate between you and Karen look like? Because you're not bringing up like necessarily ideology as much as it is just the idea that you don't have a right to use force against someone.
Right. Well, that is ideology.
Well, of course. But I mean, in a debate, it would be like, should we build the roads? Nobody has a right to build the roads. Should we do this? Everything would be no, right?
Right. Well, nobody needs to do it except the people who choose to do it. A road, as Tom Woods said, is just flat asphalt on the ground. It's not like nobody's going to be able to figure out how to put flat asphalt on the ground. It's not a difficult thing to do.
Well, your campaign went very viral as of the last year, especially with the Nobody for President. Now, I've been following your activism career for like 10 years now. I remember you, formerly known as Rich Paul, getting arrested and charged multiple times, I believe, for cannabis-related offenses.
First for smoking cannabis on the common, and then the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force came in and busted me for 1 pound of marijuana, because when you're politically active, all of a sudden that's enough to interest the feds. Where, normally it takes 50 for a normal person, but nobody can attract their attention with 1 pound of marijuana.
Well, hey, if you want to do drugs with impunity, you could just become a politician.
Well, one would think, but nobody gets into that business easily. Nobody gets into that business with their soul intact.
Well, I have to add, though, I mean, isn't it the most ironic thing in the world that, like, the biggest drug dealer in the world is a government? They've been running drugs for decades. The drug war was just an excuse to make a bunch of profit and throw people in prison. So, I mean, it really shows the irony where you have that, the biggest murderer in the world, biggest polluter, but they're going to stop you from murdering people, stop you from doing drugs, and stop you from polluting. How does your campaign look? I mean, obviously the message of freedom, in one sense, on one hand, is kind of dying in one way and then rising on the other way. I mean, a lot of people have become randomly conspiracy theorists since everyone got forced to wear masks and forced into their homes for months. I mean, what does your campaign actually look like? How's the support?
Well, we're getting a lot of support. A lot of people have nobody for vote for nobody signs out or elect nobody signs out, and those are available anywhere because definitely, not only am I running for governor of New Hampshire, but also feel free to write me in for any job that you think nobody should do. So, if we elect nobody to everything, okay, then nobody's going to do any of it, because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so anybody who wants to know how hard it is to get nobody to do something should definitely check with Ian. Nobody wants to move. Nobody wants to spend a lot of energy. So if nobody gets the job of telling you what to do, nobody's going to care enough to do it.
And just to be clear, you are legally named nobody right now.
I am legally named nobody right now, and nobody. They thought that nobody was crazy enough to do that, but nobody did.
Well, you see, this is a good sign of where we're going, because I mean, at the end of the day, politics is is almost satirical, if it wasn't so scary. So it's good to see some kind of satire mixed in with common sense of just nobody has a right to rule other people. So
the political system was already a joke. Nobody thinks we should make it a funny one.
Absolutely. So moving forward, where can people get involved in this campaign, help you in this campaign, and support the work that you're doing right now?
Well, you can check me out at electnobody.com. You can send me email at nobody@electnobody.com. And, best thing you can do, get an Elect Nobody sign, put it out in your yard. I don't care where you are, because no matter where you are, there exists a government job that nobody should do.
Absolutely. Well said. And, this is going viral, my friends. I have seen a few celebrities even sharing around the nobody memes around on Twitter. And I remember tagging you. I didn't even know about it. I tagged you in some posts. Some people with like a ton of following shared this. People were resharing it like crazy. And I'm like, is that Rich Paul in that picture smoking a joint? What's going on here? Oh, he's actually doing this. Okay, well, I'm happy that you are. So I really appreciate it. I hope everyone checks the links below and goes to that website and help get nobody elected, because that's what we need right now. Thank you very much.
Nobody appreciates your support, Josh.
You're welcome. Like what you see here, OM? Don't forget to check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribe Star. We really can't do it without you. We've been so insanely shadow banned, about 90% at this point, and 95% demonetized. As Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, comes in and says that she is shutting down quote-unquote controversial content and cutting out the views on this controversial content by 70%. She's been bragging about it. We need your help more than ever in this battle for truth in information. You guys are what keeps us alive, so we really appreciate just even $1 a month makes a huge difference. If everyone could give just $1 a month, we wouldn't even have to worry about competing against a mainstream propaganda networks. You can also donate to our Bitcoin address on the screen for you to scan if you please, as well as in the comments and description. Liking and sharing makes a big difference as well, and finding us on alternative social media platforms like flote.app, that's flote.app, makes a huge difference. We're at Josh Sigurdson as well as at Wham. Flote is replacing Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Tumblr, Reddit, and Patreon all in one with encrypted private messaging, and of course monetization on videos for creators, live streams with super chats in crypto, and most of all, no algorithm, because at the end of the day, it's all about reach, guys. This is all about actually reaching people with the message and waking up the public. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, all sorts of different platforms. Try to follow us on as many things as possible, because very soon this channel will very likely just be completely deleted from YouTube, and you'll never see us again, and you'll be stuck with only the mainstream networks. Also, come on out and see us at Anarcho Vegas 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada in July, where such speakers such as G. Edward Griffin and many others will be speaking. You could use promo code WHAM on your VIP tickets and save 10%, as well as buy extremely cheap tickets for just $20.20. You won't find a cheaper conference than this with such amazing names. Check anarchovegas.com for more information on that. We hope to see you out there. And anyway, I really appreciate all of you guys joining us. You make it possible for us to survive in this volatile, propagandized climate. Until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.